We live in a world obsessed with appearances. Instagram feeds overflow with perfectly curated lives. Designer labels are worn like badges of honor, and the pressure to project an image of success has never been greater. But what happens when the pursuit of outward perfection overshadows basic hygiene? Have we become so enamored with luxury that we've forgotten simple cleanliness? We're diving into the curious case of individuals who invest heavily in expensive clothes, makeup, and fragrances while neglecting basic personal hygiene. From designer pyjamas in public to masking body odor with high-end perfume, we'll explore this paradoxical behavior and its implications. Is it misplaced priorities, a distorted sense of self-care, or something else entirely? Get ready to challenge your assumptions. The allure of luxury goods is undeniable. A designer handbag or expensive perfume can evoke feelings of status and confidence. But can these possessions truly mask deeper issues of self-neglect? What message are we sending when we prioritize luxury over personal hygiene? We'll examine the psychology behind this phenomenon, exploring why some prioritize appearances over cleanliness. Is it fear of judgment, a desire to fit in, or a skewed perception of what matters? Perhaps it's a combination of factors. Join us as we unravel this issue and challenge conventional notions of self-care and societal expectations. Remember when pajamas were reserved for home? Those days seem to be fading. Enter the curious case of pajamas in public. No longer confined to the bedroom, sleepwear has boldly strutted onto the streets. Is this a fashion statement or a faux pas? For some, this trend represents comfort and personal style, a rebellion against traditional dress codes. Others view it as a sign of apathy, a disregard for societal norms. The rise of loungewear chic has been fueled by a cultural shift towards comfort and casualization. The pandemic accelerated this trend, blurring the lines between public and private personas. But as we re-emerge, the question remains, have we taken this casualization too far? The debate surrounding public pajamas isn't just about fashion, it's about social cues. Is it possible to maintain self-respect while sporting sleepwear in public? The answer is nuanced. Context is key. A quick trip to the grocery store in pajamas, perhaps forgivable. A business meeting or first date in PJs, a definite no-no. The key distinction lies in intentionality. Are you making a conscious style choice, ensuring your loungewear is presentable? Or have you simply rolled out of bed? It's about striking a balance between personal expression and societal expectations. The question isn't, are pajamas acceptable in public, but when and how do we draw the line? It's a delicate dance between comfort and self-respect. Our outward appearance is a form of communication. It sends signals about our identity, values, and respect for ourselves and others. This isn't about conforming to rigid norms or unattainable beauty standards. It's about recognizing that our appearance impacts our interactions and how we're perceived. There's an unspoken social contract we enter when we step outside. It acknowledges the importance of presenting ourselves acceptably within our cultural context. This doesn't mean sacrificing individuality or comfort entirely. It means being mindful of the message our appearance conveys and finding a balance between personal expression and social responsibility. We've all been there, standing next to someone when a pungent aroma assaults our senses. It's not the alluring scent of expensive perfume, but body odor. The offender is often impeccably dressed, sporting designer labels. This is the paradox: individuals who invest in luxury items while neglecting basic self-care. It's not about judging financial choices, it's about the dissonance between spending on luxury and balking at the price of soap. It's about believing that a spritz of Chanel can erase the consequences of skipping showers. It's about misplaced priorities. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about respect. Respect for oneself and for those around us. No amount of designer clothing can mask the aroma of neglected hygiene. It clings to our clothes and lingers long after, leaving an olfactory trail of awkwardness. Let's face it, basic hygiene is fundamental. The world of fragrance is complex and nuanced. Perfumes can evoke memories, stir emotions, and leave a lasting impression. But what happens when fragrance is used to conceal rather than enhance, when scent is deployed against basic hygiene? Ancient civilizations masked odors with fragrant oils, often due to lack of regular bathing. Fast forward, and we haven't entirely shaken off this tendency. The modern equivalent, drowning in designer perfume to mask neglected hygiene. Fragrance is not a substitute for soap and water. Layering heavy perfumes on unwashed bodies creates a more offensive experience. It's like covering a rotting fruit with a silk scarf. The key lies in balance and intention. Fragrance, when used with good hygiene, is a powerful tool, but when used against cleanliness, it reminds us that designer labels can't mask neglect. True beauty starts with the fundamentals. The psychology of neglect, why hygiene sometimes takes a back seat. It's easy to dismiss those who prioritize luxury goods over hygiene as shallow, but the reality is far more nuanced. There's a complex interplay of factors, from societal pressures to mental health issues. Unpacking these complexities requires a compassionate approach. For some, the pursuit of luxury goods stems from deep-seated insecurity. They might believe that expensive items will elevate their social standing. Others are caught in the cycle of consumerism, equating possessions with happiness. Mental health issues like depression can make basic self-care routines difficult. Showering or brushing teeth can feel insurmountable when battling mental exhaustion. Not everyone has the same access to resources or time. Financial constraints, work schedules, and family obligations impact personal care. Understanding the reasons behind hygiene neglect is crucial. It allows us to approach the issue with empathy, not judgment. Everyone deserves to feel comfortable and confident, regardless of their situation. Let's offer support rather than criticism. We've talked about the olfactory assault of neglected hygiene, but what about visual cues? Enter the curious case of the neglected nail. We're not talking about a simple chipped manicure, but a full-on assault on good taste and hygiene. Think inch-long acrylics encasing a science experiment gone wrong, or chipped polish revealing grime. It's a peculiar obsession with elaborate nail art that disregards the state of the actual nail bed. It's like building a penthouse on a crumbling foundation. No amount of glitter or gems can disguise unkempt nails. These manicures are often expensive, requiring hours of work. The time and money could be better spent on basic hand washing and nail care. It's a case of misplaced priorities, a triumph of style over substance. And let's not forget the practical implications. How do these women navigate daily tasks with nails resembling weapons? In the hierarchy of basic hygiene practices, showering ranks high. It's a ritual that cleanses our bodies and minds, leaving us refreshed. So why do some people skip this essential step, masking offenses with deodorant and perfume? There's a difference between skipping a shower occasionally and making a habit of it. Life happens, schedules get hectic, and sometimes a quick sink bath is all we can manage. But when showering becomes infrequent, it's time to address the issue. The excuses for avoiding the shower are many. I'm too busy, I don't have time, I'm saving water, I'm just naturally like this. Let's debunk these myths. Showering doesn't have to be time-consuming. A quick 5-minute rinse is all it takes. There are other ways to reduce environmental impact without subjecting others to your aroma. And the "I'm just naturally like this" argument? Everyone has unique body chemistry, but that's no excuse for neglecting hygiene. We live in a society, and part of being a member involves respecting those around us. That includes sparing them from our personal fragrance cloud. Basic hygiene is fundamental. Gym etiquette. When fitness meets fragrance faux pas. The gym, a sanctuary of sweat and exertion. It's a place where we push our bodies, testing our strength and endurance. But gyms are breeding grounds for fragrance faux pas, a mix of sweat, body odor, and questionable perfume choices. While perspiration is expected, there's a fine line between a healthy glow and an assault on the senses. We've all been there, mid-workout, when a pungent aroma wafts our way. It's the person who mistakes the treadmill for a perfume counter, or the individual who seems to believe deodorant is a myth. Working out is hard work. You're sweating, pushing yourself, and the last thing on your mind is how you smell. But common courtesy dictates minimizing our olfactory impact on others. This isn't about smelling like roses after a workout. It's about basic hygiene and consideration for others. Wipe down equipment, change out of sweaty clothes, and apply deodorant. Recognize that our right to swing our sweaty arms ends where someone else's nose begins. Basic gym etiquette is fundamental. Section 1. Double standards and dirty laundry. Is it just a guy's thing? So far, our exploration of hygiene hypocrisy has focused primarily on women. But what about the men? Are they exempt from this phenomenon of prioritizing appearances over cleanliness? Hardly. Men embrace this paradoxical behavior with their own brand of nonchalance. Remember those college dorm rooms filled with stale beer, unwashed laundry, and questionable hygiene? While we'd like to believe men outgrow this phase, remnants of this bro-manity linger into adulthood. Think about it. Men invest in designer jeans and cologne, yet neglect their shoes and laundry. It's a tale as old as time, this disconnect between a man's facade and the neglected reality beneath. This double standard in hygiene can have real-world consequences. The roots of this double standard run deep, intertwined with societal expectations of masculinity. From a young age, boys are taught to equate vulnerability with weakness, to suppress their emotions. This pressure to conform to a narrow definition of masculinity can manifest in unexpected ways. Think about the language we use to describe men who invest in their appearance. Metrosexual, high maintenance, vain. These terms serve as a deterrent against straying from accepted norms of masculinity. True confidence stems from feeling comfortable in one's own skin, not masking insecurities. It's important to note that this isn't about pitting men against women or perpetuating tired gender stereotypes. The truth is that this paradoxical behavior transcends gender, age, and social status. It's a human phenomenon driven by a complex interplay of societal pressures, personal insecurities, and the ever-evolving relationship we have with our bodies and how we present them to the world. Perhaps then, the answer lies not in pointing fingers or perpetuating blame, but in reframing the conversation altogether. Instead of viewing hygiene as a gendered expectation or a superficial measure of attractiveness, we can choose to embrace it as a universal value, a fundamental aspect of self-respect and respect for others. Imagine a world where personal hygiene is celebrated not as a chore or a burden, but as an act of self-care, a way to honor our bodies and those around us. A world where the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards fades away, replaced by a focus on feeling comfortable, confident, and healthy in our own skin. It's a world worth striving for, one where the aroma of authenticity and genuine confidence trumps the pungent allure of neglected hygiene and misplaced priorities. We've traversed the minefield of modern hygiene hypocrisy, from the rise of public pyjamas to the curious case of the neglected nail and the pungent world of gym etiquette gone awry. The allure of luxury goods as a mask for insecurity and the link between mental health and personal care. Have we become so obsessed with projecting an image of success that we've forgotten the basics? Have we sacrificed genuine self-care for appearances? Our outward appearance shapes how we're perceived by others and how we perceive ourselves. But when this pursuit of validation comes at the expense of our well-being, it's time to reassess our priorities. True confidence stems from self-respect and acceptance. The cost of keeping up appearances can be high, both financially and emotionally. It can lead to a never-ending cycle of consumption, a constant striving for an unattainable ideal that leaves us feeling inadequate and depleted. It's a trap that's all too easy to fall into, fueled by a culture that equates material possessions with happiness and success. So, let's talk. Have you witnessed this disconnect between designer labels and basic hygiene? Do you think it's a generational thing, a cultural phenomenon, or simply a matter of personal choice? Is there a double standard when it comes to men and women, or are we all equally guilty of neglecting the fundamentals in our pursuit of external validation? This isn't about shaming or judging anyone, it's about sparking an honest conversation about our priorities, our values, and the messages we send through our actions and appearance. It's about recognizing that true self-care starts from within, with a commitment to treating our bodies with respect and consideration. Let's ditch the shame and embrace a more holistic approach to self-care, one that recognizes the importance of both internal and external well-being. Let's celebrate authenticity, individuality, and the simple joy of feeling comfortable and confident in our own skin, regardless of what the latest fashion dictates or how much money we spend trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because at the end of the day, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where the only thing more alluring than a spritz of expensive perfume is the scent of genuine confidence and self-respect?